Hi, welcome to my Capstone midterm presentation. This is Zihan. Um, my conceptual research question is that what gameplay designs could be applied to serious games for Chinese cultural heritage to improve players' engagement and motivation. So, serious games are the games that are not designed primarily for entertainment but have some educational purposes behind it. And personally, I do love a lot of traditional Chinese culture, and I want to introduce them to more people. But according to research, a common problem of serious games in China is that they're too didactic and not interesting enough to attract people, let alone introduces knowledge behind it. So that's why I came up with this research question. For the techniques and tools that might solve this problem, there are two aspects. One is game mechanics. So it's more about gameplay, and I want to borrow ideas from entertainment-oriented games to see how they design their game and interactions to attract people. And also, there's an aspect, multimedia interactions. This is rather important for serious games and cultural heritage because we want to convey a lot of cultural knowledge to people. And they might be in text, in images, and in sounds, and we need to find ways to incorporate them into the gameplay so that players can accept them willingly. So this article called An Overview of Serious Games inspired me a lot. It gives a modern definition of serious games, which is which is a combination of experience, entertainment, and multimedia. It also suggests some success factors of serious game design, including multiplayer, collaborative exercise, and challenges. And it also leads me to other specific research in this area. And this inspired me a lot because now I know more about the concept and what I can do about serious games. And also this book called Game Mechanics, Advanced Game Design, it gives the concept and classification of game mechanics. And it also divides games into two categories. One is games of progression, which is more about linear approach, like telling a story or setting different game stages. And the other one is games of emergence, which is more about setting small game rules, but together they can form a complex and interesting gameplay experiences, like chess and Go. So then I realized most of the serious games are just games of progression and lack of mechanics of emergence because we just want to tell a story or introduce the history behind something, and which it's not interesting enough and lack of interactions, so people just don't really like it. And that's the thing I want to explore more about, just the way to solve it. Uh, for a practice work, I want to first introduce Nishan Shaman to you. This is a music game that introduces the Wu culture of northern part of China. So yeah, this is the inspiration, my first inspiration, because I also want to do a music game myself. Uh, that introduces the traditional dance culture of China. Uh, there are, and you can see that there are excellent interactions between mechanics, visuals, and music, and this is a very successful example of a game of progression because it incorporates story very well into the gameplay, so you can interact with the game while while learn about the story. But still, it's not attractive enough for players to play a game or to know more about the culture, which is a common problem of serious games that I will explore more about. Um, and also Civilization. You are probably familiar with this. This is not a serious game, but I do think it contains a lot of diverse cultural elements. Um, and also, this is a great example of game of emergence because there are a lot of simple rules, but together they can create an unpredictable and complex, interesting gameplay experience that you would play a long time. Um, and that's the thing I want to learn about and apply to serious games to attract people more. Yeah. Thank you. I think that's all for the presentation.